Hey, what's up everyone? In this video I'm filming to you up in the air and a very fancy seat. And in this video we're going to be talking about setting goals. I have a very quick question for you. Do you set high goals? You know, stretch yourself, like set goals that are so high that they push you, or do you set realistic, achievable goals? It's not a trick question. People do one or the other, right? What type of goals do you set? And the reason I ask this, I want to tell you a very quick story. See, when I first started my career, I worked in door-to-door sales, right? And on one of my first days on the job, I was standing there in a room. We were being briefed, and at the front of the room was this really tall gentleman. His name was Mitchell, and he was one of the top salespeople in the office. And he said, "You are 42% more likely to achieve your goals, your dreams, if you set them on a regular basis. And I want you to achieve in a big way." So the way we set goals is you aim for the stars, because if you miss, at least you land on the moon. So I'm sitting at the back of the class going, wow, this guy sounds amazing. Like, that sounds really cool. Yeah, aim for the stars, and if I miss, at least I'll land on the moon. That seems doable. Now, there was a whole bunch of us, you know, guys in the office, and a whole bunch of us are very competitive. And so the instruction was, how high are you setting your goals? And so all of us, we start competing on how high we set our goals on a daily basis. Who's setting the highest goals? People say I should dream big. Well, I want that one. Now, the reality is, yes, the advice was sort of good. It worked for a little bit of time. But after some times, our sales were dropping. Right? 6 months down the line, our sales as an office had started to fall, deteriorate, go down, 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 down. In fact, 6 months later, like, sales had gotten so bad in the office that I had to move into a room with 5 guys. Not a house, you know, not a flat, a room. I shared a room with 5 guys. So yeah, that room smelled of socks and pizza, right? And so, you know, everyone was doing really badly, but at the same time, we were still setting these really high goals that no one was really achieving. And so one day, they brought in this VP, you know, to come and retrain us, because we were once one of the top performing offices in the country. And he came in and he said to everyone, "Look, guys, I need to teach you a few things. The first one is stop thinking that you know it all. You need to be coached. Every single person that achieves is coached, right? Every Olympic athlete, every person that has won a gold medal has a coach. You need someone to push you, because you'll never push yourself as much as you should. So number one, let yourself be coached by someone that can push you. The second thing is, look, right now, you guys as an office have been setting these really high goals, right? You've been setting these really high goals, but none of you believe it anymore. Yes, that the system, the theory, it works for a little bit of time. However, after some time, you can't keep tricking your mind. After a while, your mind will stop believing it. If you guys want to succeed, you need to learn to become people of your word, who are going to do what you say that you're going to do.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. You understand?
He said, from now on, stop competing as to who sets the highest goals. You need to start competing and seeing who hits what they say they will more consistently? Who's always doing what they say? And so I don't care if you set low goals, but you need to become consistent. So all of a sudden, this to us made a lot of sense, right? Like, we worked on commission, right? So pure commission. That means if you don't sell, you don't eat. So all of a sudden we started saying, okay, you know what? This makes sense. Let's become people of our word, because we'd gotten into this bad habit of saying we were going to do things that we weren't really going to do. So now we had to just say something and do it. But the reality is, we started setting low goals, right? Over time, we were setting lower goals so that we could be consistent, so that we could always hit the targets that we were saying we were going to hit. So while our sales improved, they weren't as high as when we first started, and where we were, aiming for the stars. And this time we were more consistent. And I always wondered, both approaches had their pros and cons. So which approach was right? Which approach should you follow? And the answer didn't come to me straight away. See, 6 months later, I had started growing a team. I had started to build a team. Now, I've always believed that whatever you do, you should try and make it fun. Make it fun. Enjoy yourself. And so when I had built a team, one day we just sort of said, okay guys, let's have a competition. Let's compete. Let's do something. But in the team, I had a few new joiners. So I had some people that were new joiners. I had some people that had been doing sales for about 8 months. So it wasn't fair to just sort of say who would do the most sales, because obviously the people that had experience would win. So we sort of said to everyone, okay, how are we going to do this? How can we have a competition that everyone can compete in? And one of the new guys said, well, look, everyone is setting a goal, right? And we always have to hit our goal. Why don't we set a minimum goal that everyone can, because everyone's going to be different with their goal, the minimum goal. As a new person, I will aim to do 1 sale. A veteran might have 5 sales, for example, as a minimum. We said, yeah, okay. Another goal on top of it, a little bit higher, and then give points depending on the goal you hit. So if you hit your minimum, you get a certain number of points. If you hit your target, you get a certain number of points. If you hit that outrageous goal, then you get a certain number of points. And every day we'll count the points and we'll see who won, but then we'll do it on a daily basis. And so all of a sudden we came up with an awesome game, a way to make goal achievement fun, because all of a sudden you added scores, you added competition. And when you add competition, you add that little bit of an extra push, that little bit of extra fun. So we started having fun, but our sales skyrocketed, and all of a sudden we became one of the top teams, the top sales teams in the whole office. We became the top sales team in the whole office just by adding this game, this element of fun, but also this point system, where yes, you do set a minimum that you guarantee that you're going to hit, but then you also set a target. You also set that aim for the stars. You have points based on what level that you hit. Here are the 5 steps that you need to do in order to achieve more than ever before when you set goals. Here's number 1, set a minimum goal. Number 2, set a target. Here's number 3, set an outrageous goal. Number 4, set a time frame that you will do that in, whether it's a day, whether it's a month. Number 5, have a point system to reward yourself on, because that will allow you to compete with other people, to compete with yourself, whether it's month to month or day to day. And it will allow you to also be coached by someone. So if someone comes and says to you, okay, I want to see what you did last month and what are you going to do this month in terms of points, then that system will allow you to do that. It will allow you to be pushed. This is the exact same system that I use on a monthly basis. Every single month, this is what I use with all my coaching clients. This is the same system that I use with Design Your Destiny. I call it the scoreboard, because on a monthly basis, we have a game. We make it fun to compete in terms of and set goals and achieve goals. So goal achievement becomes fun. So if you're looking to set goals effectively, this is the system to use. So this is Munir coming at you from up in the air, and I will catch you on another video.
Oh, hello Internet. Munir heard you like cat videos, so he hired me to talk to you. He makes videos to show you how to influence yourself through mindset changes and others through the power of persuasion. So when you hit the subscribe button now, you will get exclusive interviews, secrets, and mind-blowing tips on how to lead a more successful life.